Hi, my name is Kim Cullen, and I'm a personal injury attorney in Winter Park, Florida. I was at a pretrial conference this morning on one of our cases, and it occurred to me that I've never blogged or recorded a video regarding what a pretrial conference is, and I thought perhaps some of our viewers would be interested to know what a pretrial conference is. So basically, a pretrial conference is what a judge schedules. It's usually a month or so out before a trial begins. And a pretrial conference is a time for the judge to sit down with the lawyers, learn a little bit about what the case is about, and sort of set some rules about how the trial is going to be conducted. For example, one of the things we discussed this morning was peremptory strikes. And these are strikes or challenges that lawyers have in order to get people out of a jury pool or off of a potential jury because they just don't seem like they're a good fit for this jury, or perhaps they have reasons why they can't sit on the jury, or they have an understanding of the facts, or they were a witness to the accident or something like that. And then there are also maybe no reason. You just might not like the way the person looks or the way that they act in the courtroom. And so these strikes, or this opportunity that we have to strike jurors, is one of the things that's talked about in a pretrial conference. The judge will also go over the evidence that's expected to be admitted in the trial. The judge can rule on advance evidence issues that are typically called motions in limine. And that would be, for instance, if one of the parties doesn't like a document or doesn't think the document should come into evidence, the parties will argue about that in front of the judge, and then the judge will make a decision about whether or not that piece of evidence comes into trial. The judge will also ask about the length of the trial, how long the parties expect the entire trial to take, so that he or she can block the case out of their time, so they have time to try the case. They ask the lawyers how much time the lawyers need for instance, an opening statement, or the time to pick the jury, or ask the potential jurors questions during the jury selection process. And so these are all like sort of housekeeping matters and all matters of organization typically that happen during a pretrial conference. Usually the pretrial conference only lasts a few minutes, but it does give a judge a time to figure out how this case is going to fit into the greater number of cases on the judge's docket. Typically, like for instance today, there are about 13 to 15 cases on the judge's 2-week docket. So obviously all of these cases can't fit in, or the judge wouldn't be able to fit all these cases into her docket. So she has to figure out, like, is this a 2-day trial? Is this a 5-day trial? How can I get the most bang for my buck in terms of my schedule? So that's kind of a pre-trial conference in brief. If you have any questions about a pre-trial conference, and very few cases get this far along in the process, in the litigation process, but a few of them do. But if you have questions about a pre-trial conference, please call me or my law partner, Robert Hemphill, at 407-254-4901. Or if you have any questions about the litigation process in general or personal injury cases in particular, you can visit our website at www.cullen-hemphill.com.